Am I the jerk for kicking my roommate out after she brought her child to live with us without asking? I, 25F, have been living with my roommate, Heather, 27F, for about a year. We share a 2-bedroom apartment, and everything has been fine for the most part. We split rent and bills evenly, and while we're not best friends, we've always gotten along. A few weeks ago, Heather told me her 5-year-old son, Ben, would be staying with us for a few nights because her ex, Ben's father, was dealing with an emergency. I didn't love the idea because I wasn't prepared to have a child in the apartment, but I understood the situation and agreed, thinking it was a temporary thing. Well, those few nights turned into Heather moving Ben in full time without asking me. She didn't sit down to discuss it or even give me a heads up. I only realized it was a permanent arrangement when I noticed she had moved some of his toys and clothes into the apartment. When I confronted her, she said she had no choice because her ex couldn't care for Ben anymore, and she needed to step up as his mom. I told Heather I sympathize with her situation, but this isn't what I signed up for when we became roommates. Our lease doesn't allow for additional occupants without landlord approval, and I'm not comfortable living with a child in such a small space. Heather said I was being unreasonable, and that as a mother, she has to put her child first. She also accused me of being heartless and said I should be more understanding. I gave her a month's notice to find another place, but now she's telling everyone I'm kicking her and her son out and leaving them homeless. Some of our mutual friends think I'm being too harsh, as spun, saying she's in a tough spot and I should cut her some slack. Others agree that she overstepped that by moving Ben in without discussing it with me first. I feel bad for Ben because none of this is his fault, but I also don't think it's fair for me to suddenly have to adjust my entire living situation because of Heather's decisions. I'm not a parent, and I didn't agree to live with a child. At the same time, I don't want to be the person who puts a mom and her kid on the street. So, am I the jerk for kicking my roommate out after she brought her child to live with us without asking? Or should I have handled the situation differently and been more understanding?